What is poppin' chain gang? Welcome to the finale.
The last story.
I'm Jay the Zoomster.
And I'm Blonic, Black Sonic, if you will.
we haven't really we haven't introduced ourselves in these past couple episodes. So I figured we should.
If you don't know who the fuck we are at this point, like, I get at we started this at the start of the channel, but like, you don't know who we are. That's your problem.
It'd be kind of epic. So, do we need to watch these cutscenes, or can we just skip these?
Some of them are funny as hell, like especially toward the end.
Yeah, okay, this one's fine. I want to skip this one. This goes on honestly too fucking long. When you get to this part, oh,
keep this in.
This part, okay.
So listen to this load of bullshit, everybody at home.
When Aden and I get into the gameplay, we'll talk about why this doesn't make any sense, but just listen to it.
You want to say? No. Ready?
What's going on here? Who is that?
I plan to give you a taste of my revenge.
The vibration's getting worse. Professor Gerald Robotnik, one of the greatest scientific minds in the world, and my grandfather.
What? I knew you were behind all this. Stop it right now, or else...
I'd have done this a long time ago if I had the chance.
What do you mean?
You're pretty persistent for a hedgehog, aren't you? You're still alive.
Just letting Knuckles pilot the shuttle on the way over here was more dangerous than you could ever be.
What is this?
This is my grandfather's diary.
I don't quite know what happened or what went wrong. Was it a mistake to create the ultimate life form? I thought it would be something that would benefit mankind, but then the military guards landed on the colony that day. They were sent to destroy the research project that I had been working on. My colleagues at the research facility, my granddaughter, Maria, I hope you are all safe. The colony was completely shut down, probably to keep the prototype from falling into the wrong hands.
Prototype.
9-year-old Jay thought this was the coolest plot twist in history. And you know, in theory, the last story's kinda dope, right? Like, everyone banding together throughout the whole thing.
Save it, save it, save it.
Okay.
Let's listen more of this bad dialogue.
Because of my research, I lost everything. I had nothing more to live for. I went insane.
Cry.
All I could think about was
Sounds like the opening dialogue to a Big Boy song.
I got scared as I no longer was
Like something you would put in the background while you're like whining about like cheese or some shit.
That's coming out. Get hyped.
I was able to complete my project, Shadow. I designed its mind to be perfect, pure.
Did that one way of wording it?
To him. If you wish, release and awaken it
If
to the
you
world.
wish to fill the world with destruction... Oh, so that's why you released Shadow from the base.
Eclipse Cat is now highly reactive and explosive. This is because
That had nothing to do with Shadow, but thank you.
is overpowered. If the colony collides with Earth, it will shatter it to pieces like my grandfather.
Why are we at the perspective of his crotch here? Like, why are we so low to the ground?
Right? We have to stop the space colony now.
Thank you, Tails.
I hate Tails' voice actor so much.
He's gotten better, thankfully. in later
Yeah,
games.
for sure. His new voice actor is fucking awesome. Like the one from Colors Onwards,
Oh, yeah.
so good.
There is a way to stop the
All the
energy.
actors from Colors
You have
Onwards
to
are so
use your
fucking good, except for
emerald.
Shadow.
You're the one that told me that the
So I think
Master
they
Emerald
switched.
has
I don't
the
remember
power
which
to
game it is,
stop
but they
the
switched from
Chaos
these
Emerald.
to like other to 4Kids actors.
Stop the Chaos Emerald.
I don't remember which game it is.
I think it's like it's Heroes and Shadow, right? I think this is the
Let me
last
see.
one. I could be
I
wrong.
think you're right.
Time left. If we pull together, we might be able to get to the shortcut that leads to the core.
Apparently, it was Shadow when they switched.
It's a weird game to do that on. All right.
Yeah, they switched from Ryan Drummond, who plays Sonic here, to Jason Griffith.
Just leave it to me. I'm the
And
world's fastest
fuck
hedgehog.
Jason Griffith.
LOL. That's the one I'm nostalgic for, though. It's not this dude.
That's fair.
It's the Shadows. Here we go. Canon score.
Hold on, I'm gonna look up Sonic's voice actor and then yeah, Roger Craig Smith is the current Sonic voice actor.
He's pretty good.
And he's fucking ace. He's so good.
He's so good. Anyway, did you catch all that, everybody? Did you catch all that? Wasn't that an epic twist? Turns out, fucking Eggman's granddad is a psychopath.
So let's just go over the story. Eggman's grandfather is on Ark. He's making
the
Shadow.
building we're on now, basically.
Yeah, he's on Space Colony Ark. He's making Shadow. He's got his granddaughter on board for God knows whatever reason.
Yeah.
The government comes in and shuts him down because he's making life, which, kinda not good. So they shut him down, kill his granddaughter because government bad, and then arrest him.
Yeah.
And somehow, in between the time of killing Maria and him getting arrested, he was able to set in motion a complete doomsday plan that would somehow trigger if he used the emeralds. And this couldn't have been something he had planned well in advance, because he had no reason to want to destroy the world. As far as I'm concerned, he was a decent man.
Right.
So, like, it just comes out of nowhere why he would suddenly have this, like, big doomsday plan. There's not enough time for him to execute it.
Right.
Because how did...
And it's so specific, too. Like, not only do
Yeah.
you have to get to Space Colony Arc, you also have to get the Eclipse Cannon up and running. And you also have to have all the Chaos Emeralds on there. And only once they're all activated, then my program will set toward the Earth. It's like, who would be wild enough to even do that other than Eggman?
Not to mention, he didn't even have all of the Chaos Emeralds as far as I'm aware.
Yeah.
They weren't even in Gerald's possession. So why are they part of the plan?
Yeah.
Why do you need... And why are they used to power the Eclipse? Why is there an Eclipse Cannon on a research base that can
To
destroy
begin
the
with.
Earth?
And also the
Right?
idea that, like, Shadow will help you do that, right? Like, Shadow has all these plans in his head for some reason. And, like, if you awaken
Yeah.
him, he'll do that but not tell you type of shit. It's like, what kind of pure and perfect mind is that supposed to be? Like, what the fuck is your problem? Also, we haven't even gotten to the dumbest shit. Not only that, there's also a dumbass lizard that's attached to all this that he didn't even
That's the original Shadow or something.
Yeah. So, like,
And granted,
it's so
foreshadowed.
stupid.
the Biolizard thing is foreshadowed, which is dope, right? But still, it has no reason to be in the game. So can I be real about this stage?
Yeah.
I fucking love it, dude. I had this stage. I got to the stage when I was pretty young, and it was a stage that I could never beat. But I fucking would play the shit out of it. And I just think this is I think it's a kind of well-designed stage in general.
Really kind of sums up everybody's abilities and sort of showcases all the mechanics you play.
It's really fun. And the time stop shit's dope, and I dig the fact that it's all one stage and switches between everyone. But yeah, playing this stage makes me so happy. Other stage, I know I've been super dour in these last couple episodes and complaining, but this stage, I fucking love it. It's so much fun. It's such a good conclusion. I just hate these motherfuckers.
Yeah, they're awful. Also, by the way, in case you thought that was confusing enough, it's later, like in Shadow the Hedgehog, in its dumbass last story, retcon to where Gerald, has another secret message, and turns out Shadow was just programmed to be good all along.
Yup.
Because, like, the whole point of Shadow the Hedgehog is he has amnesia and he doesn't remember his past. And so it's this big moment in Shadow where Gerald comes on, he's like, Shadow, you were always meant for good, and the Space Colony Arc Eclipse Cannon, it wasn't to spite the gun people, it was to spite the black aliens, who are never mentioned in this game at all. Like, And so it retcons this entire plot just to make Shadow have a better ending. And like the Shadow in that game and the Shadow in this game are two different fucking people.
For sure. Entirely two different people. It's just... Because we talked about that last episode, the character changes completely.
So yeah, this whole bit, I've never been a fan of the Gerald stuff. I thought it was kind of a cop-out to begin with. But like when you actually think about it, it's just like, oh, you had no idea what you were doing. And it kind of supports my theory earlier of, this just sounds cool, so you put it in the game.
Yeah, and I was saying this during the cutscene, you said to hold it off, and it's really dope conceptually. And it's a really dope, like, again, the set pieces designed for the arc, like this shit, fucking tight, dude. But like, story-wise, it just makes no goddamn sense.
And I get it, like, American movie, LOL, third act twist, where the heroes have to come together to stop the final big thing. But like, I don't know, none of this feels properly, like, earned or set up, and kind of just, like, comes out of left field.
For sure. Fucking... But so some games have parts in the game where I have specific memories of. And I have a specific memory of this part of the game. It's, for no reason, me playing on the GameCube in the living room while my sister, on her laptop, my younger sister, watches one of those direct-to-DVD Barbie movies. And I don't fucking know why, but every time I play this section of the level...
That's what you think of?
I think of the fucking Barbie movie she was watching.
That's amazing.
Every goddamn time.
That's amazing.
Only this part too. No other part in the stage. Just this Rouge part. Which, to be fair, I've gotten pretty good at. I got through that pretty quickly.
I remember it took a lot longer than the first recording. This whole level took a lot longer than the first recording. I'm gonna let y'all know.
Yeah, I'm kind of blazing through it now. Sweet. Bro, you want to see a speedrun strat, my dude?
Oh boy.
Maybe if the camera would function as it should. This is what we call... invincibility frame.
Hell yeah.
So actually, to do that, you have to go in the water, go down, turn off a thing, which will turn that off, and then come back up here and go through the lasers. Yeah, you have to press this, I think you have to press this freezing button to go up there and then do it again. But we basically just say, fuck that noise, and use invincibility frames.
That was a pretty cool one.
I concur. I found that out on accident when I was a kid. And I just thought that's how I just thought that was how you did it too, right? Like I thought, okay, everyone does that. But then I watched a Let's Play of it, and the motherfucker actually like
did it the
went
normal
down
way.
and did it the normal way. And my mind was blown. Because I thought that was just how you did. Where's the
Stop
time
watch?
freezing thing?
Maybe if the camera will cooperate.
I feel like I say that too much.
Well, maybe if the camera function normally.
So, you want to know another thing that doesn't quite make sense in Sonic Adventure 2? Why the Space Colony Arc, of all things, has technology to freeze time?
Sure, just sitting there for fun. Like, did the employees go into work, and in order to get to their base of research, they have to stop time to get the water to stop flowing, so they can get in?
Like, am I thinking too much into it?
You probably are. Like, a lot of these Sonic set pieces are not fucking logical at all.
Like, it's a cool gameplay mechanic, but like, there's no fucking... It makes no sense.
And again, like, the arc in Shadow, when you get to it, is totally different from this one, too. Like, design-wise. It just fits that game more than this one does.
Whew. That Knuckles stage brings back the anxiety I had when I was younger, too.
I remember we were bitching about that water shit, like the time of
Here
it.
we go. Yes.
Here
this
we go.
part's so good. This is when Cannon's Core goes up to top 10 Sonic stages for me. Before, it's good, but it's not like, it's not fucking tight. This is when I'm like, yes.
Yes, queen.
And you know, starting out, you're kind of like, why do I gotta wait so damn long to get to the Sonic portion? And then when you actually get to the Sonic portion, it's so fucking worth the wait. I didn't die. That didn't happen. But,
Well, I mean, you did. Actually,
but you get what I'm saying? Like, it's annoying to have to go through all that as a kid. But getting older, I can appreciate, you know,
the
when
build up to it.
the build up to this amazingly designed part. And the saddest part is I think this is the shortest segment.
Oh, I'm sure. They probably spent like 8 years on the Knuckles part. Did this in 2 minutes.
Yup. And it's objectively the best part. Alright, let's go through here. Like, it's cool that you haven't used the bounce bracelet in fucking levels, and you're using it again. It's kind of dope.
Again, it does a really good job of like the final stage where it kind of brings back everything we've learned into one little tight little level to play.
And it's dope.
That also happens to have like really good story significance too, even if that story is dumb. But like the idea of it from a gameplay and story perspective is like really cool.
I really like this stage. And it helps that we didn't actually spend that much time on it.
Oh yeah. Grand scheme,
it's-
we spent like twice as long.
Yup.
Yes!
It's a dope stage. Really cool.
I concur.
Especially that Sonic. I don't even care. Eat my ass. It's fun.
Eve or eat my ass.
You want to watch this cutscene? It's pretty.
Is this the dumbass?
Hate
Yep.
when they leave me behind.
Well, what were you gonna do, Amy?
Look,
Realistically.
it's Shadow.
Were you gonna swim in the sand water? I don't think so.
I really gotta stop whining. Everyone's trying their best to help out, and so must I. Shadow, we need you. Please help us.
It's all going according to plan. There's no reason for me to help them. Besides, there's no way to save anyone.
There has to be. I know that people fight over the most trivial things. Some people may be selfish, like the professor said. But they're basically good if they try their best and never give up on their wishes. They always have a reason to be happy. That's why you should help them out. Saving them is a good thing. Shadow, I beg you, please do it for them. Give them a chance.
Shadow, I beg of you, please, do it for me.
Amy? Oh no, Maria. Right, Maria.
Maria's character design is my favorite of this whole game.
It's
Yo, I got a question.
it's a treat.
Do you think Maria and Shadow were clapping?
Probably. Shadow probably didn't understand why he was doing it, but Maria egged him on.
Yeah.
She's like, "Fuck me, Shadow. Fuck me." Shadow's like, "Okay, well, I guess I gotta." Right?
I've got to go now.
Great, now I have that image in my mind.
A child and a hedgehog fucking. That sure is a great image to go out on. Anyway, that scene is funny because it's the only like plot relevant scene Amy has ever had in this series. Oh shit.
What's that? It looks just like the shrine of the Master Emerald. He probably designed the core of
Lord.
the shrine to harness the power of the Chaos Emeralds.
It kind of looks like a penis, TBH.
Aiden, what the fuck?
What?
They built the core of the core,
Yeah.
the center
Yeah.
of Space Colony Arc, where all the hardware should be, is instead Angel Island's Master Emerald Shrine.
Sure.
There's no way this is possible because, in order for this to be at the center, that means that the Space Colony Arc had to have been built with this in mind. But we know that's not the truth. He didn't start this until after he got arrested.
Leave this one to me.
Also, we hit a lizard in there for fun, I guess.
Shadow, what are you doing?
This is the original Shadow.
Yeah, but why leave it here?
Right? Oh my god, this boss fight. Have fun, guys, watching me do this, guys.
Okay.
This is an actually bad boss fight.
Quite the prototype.
Oh.
Again, I'm just impressed how they went from that to Shadow. I really am.
For sure. Now, 17-year-old me, right, is like, this is the dumbest thing ever. Why is the core to Space Colony North this? 10-year-old me thought this was the sickest shit.
Oh yeah, it's a real cool location again. As always, they sure do know they're like sets.
10-year-old me was like, it's so dope that the inside of Space Colony North be looking like this. It's the bane of my existence, these motherfuckers.
The Sema Bob. I don't know why the Biolizard had these things, but they do kind of go hard.
Oh, it's great. It's part of that. It's a lot of Shadow's music is solid. We were talking about that. It's not what I expected, but it worked.
Glad you can't hear it over. Damn.
Why this dude got such a terror? You think Maria clapping this too?
I don't know about this one. I feel like the Biolizard don't even really know what sex it is. Also, we want to talk about like recurring characters in Sonic games. How come the Biolizard ain't been in another game? He would have been epic in Generations.
I think we know. He's actually in the 3DS version of the game.
Well, kind of hard. But like, you know,
He's,
picture all of Sonic's friends at his birthday party getting cake, and then Biolizard's just chilling out in the background.
Oh no.
He's just a good guy. He's like one of us, you know. He just hangs out with some tubes in his neck. He's fine. Oh, or how about in Sonic Forces with like Infinite and all that shit, and all the bad guys come up, and it's like Chaos, Metal Sonic, Zavik, Infinite, and then Biolizard. he just gets Biolizard help.
I just remembered Infinite's main theme is a Hoobastank song.
Yep.
Never thought I would hear Hoobastank in a Sonic game, but
oh shit, Biolizard bubbles.
So this is the part of the level where we're gonna die.
Damn, so loud.
We've been doing pretty good so far.
Damn.
I don't even know what happened, but we gotta restart.
Been drowned on that one. You know what? I think the reason, I legitimately think the reason, part of the appeal of this game in particular, and why so many people like it compared to other games, is more than any other Sonic game I can think of, at least in the 3D realm. This one has the most iconic moments out of any of them.
That's fair.
I legitimately believe, like, if we're picking like highlights of 3D Sonic, most of them happen to be in this game. Like, there's a few from other games that you definitely want to experience and try out for sure.
That's fair.
But like City Escape, Sonic and Shadow, like at their best, right? Like different gameplay styles, wild ass cutscenes that are quoted by the Sonic fanbase constantly. Like these are one of the pillarstone games that if you play 3D Sonic, you have to play this. And I think like part of the reason it just has that appeal is like more than any other game, it may not be necessarily good, but it definitely has the most moments out of any Sonic game that I can think
I
of.
said this earlier, like I love this game out of nostalgia. And I think part of that is why a lot of people love it too. And like you said, like it is really just, it's really iconic.
I don't think there's a more 3D Sonic game that's more iconic than this.
Oh, for sure.
Like I said earlier, it's a pillarstone game where if you play 3D Sonic, you've played this before. And every game kind of since then builds off of it. Like you can play Heroes in Shadow, like before this, but it definitely helps if you played this first. I don't know.
I agree, definitely.
To really get a full understanding of like where we're at in 3D Sonic, you kind of have to play this. Jay.
So I actually don't know how to do that.
Jay, get a ring, get a ring, get a ring. Okay.
I got a ring. We're good.
Okay. Oh, we're so close. We're so close.
We're good.
So close. But like the music, the boss fights, the story, the levels. I see this game like quoted all the time from YouTubers, from Sonic people, from non-Sonic people. It is just like ingrained in people's heads.
For sure. Yeah, and I think that is part of the reason why it's like regarded as high as it is, because even if it's not good, like you said, it is. You are going to like remember this game for the amazing moments that it has, rather than the
LOL
the
Mission
shitty
Street
knuckle stage. Yeah, for sure. You're going to remember how cool this fight is conceptually, rather than how bad it is execution-wise, right?
Right.
Like, you're not going to think about the fact that this is a pain in the ass to play. You're going to think, hey, it's really dope to see Shadow fight this giant behemoth of a creature.
Yeah.
So it's kind of dope. Alright, I have no shame in admitting this. I was watching a walkthrough to figure out to make sure what I was doing was the right thing to do.
Yay! What a clutch finish. But no, in a lot of respects, this is like comparable to like Mario 64, and Ocarina of Time is like that series' one defining game.
For sure.
That like
For sure.
never gets forgotten, no matter how far we are into like Sonic Forces and other games. There's always a little bit of SA2 in there.
Mm-hmm. I just think the difference is Ocarina of Time is good.
It's good.
And I think even when you have like
Servers are
games that are better, like Twilight Princess is a better Ocarina of Time in my opinion.
It still calls
like,
back to Ocarina.
Yeah, it still calls back to Ocarina of Time. Even in like, even in Colors, there's shit from there's shit from like Adventure 2.
Yeah.
Especially like story wise, like Colors, and like because Colors is very like kiddie and cartoon like, but it still has the same cinematic type of stuff. There's still always this big boss fight at the end with an epic moment and shit, which was started with this game.
Is that what chaos control is?
So yeah, I also think that this came out at a really good point.
Oh yeah.
To be successful.
It hit at the right time for a lot of people. A lot of people, for kids, it has that pop punk cool vibe. Peak of the Dreamcast. It went on to like every other console at the time.
For sure.
Shadow's cool as hell. Like, you know.
Yeah, that's definitely why it's regarded so highly. Whether or not it's good. This part's pretty dope. You listen to how this audio. Listen to this audio change. Just wait. Like, what the fuck was that?
I had to load that. It was very important to load.
Why? How does Shadow know to become Super Sonic?
He's epic.
Sonic's been doing it for what? 3 2D games? 4 2D games if you include CD.
They're jerking off.
And then they are.
They're absolutely jerking it.
And then 1 3D game. So Sonic has like five games of experience of how to become Super Sonic. Fucking Shadow? What does he know about this?
Well, we kind of find out later that he didn't really know how to really handle it with the ending.
Not to say though, Shadow Super Shadow form, fucking sick as hell.
I agree. Here we go.
So if we die here, it's a game over. But...
Yeah, well, good luck. So have fun with this. No pressure.
All right, Sonic Team, it's your final boss of your game. How you gonna do it? Well, we'll just take the boss fight from right a couple minutes ago, and we'll put him outside of
Put a
Space
dildo
Colony.
in his ass. A Space Colony Eclipse Cannon dildo.
And we'll give him little cancer tumors for Sonic and Shadow to fight. And then
again, though, like, seriously, it sounds stupid. In a boardroom, in any kind of meeting, it sounds stupid as hell. But this is, again, one of those moments that you're never gonna forget. Ever.
Dude, this is fucking
Ever.
sick, right? Even at my age right now, this is a sick boss.
Ever. And there's, like, games like Sonic Lost World where the only thing you remember is, like, LOL Big Fat Red Dude. SA2 has moments like these constantly, where, like, it is so out there, so bizarre, so cinematic, and so just, like, right place at the right fucking time.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And live and learn in the background,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Like, just
Yeah.
fucking
Absolutely.
perfect.
That's a leitmotif. You play it earlier in the game. It shows up here.
Oh my god.
You're almost at a ring, Sonic. You better fucking hit the cancer tumor, Sonic.
There should be a switch button. To switch, fun fact if anyone didn't know this, because I didn't know this until last year, you can willingly switch between Sonic and Shadow if you fly under the Biolizard. You'll actually switch before the game wants you to. And so if I wanted to right now, I could do it. I won't do it because then Sonic will only have like 12 rings.
Yeah.
Because like the whole point of like their whole like story reason is they're collecting rings.
Aww.
Yup, and you get hit back.
Amy, I am trying my damnedest.
Right? Now, I know I'm shitting on this boss fight. It's fucking sick no matter what. It's still dope as hell.
Like, this
It's
boss fight is
really
more
fun.
memorable than some 3D Sonic games altogether. I'm not even lying.
For real.
I'm not even lying to you. There's some games that are less memorable than this moment right here. And it's like, we can shit on it. Absolutely. It is fucking dumb in concept and in execution. But, like, you ask any Sonic fan, and, like, how does SA2 end, and they can tell you verbatim.
Yeah. And you ask them how they feel about it, they probably love it.
They
I
probably
love
love
this
it.
boss fight.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's utterly ridiculous. It makes no sense.
Right.
It's a buggy boss fight like the rest of the game, but goddamn, is it fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And I think that's this game. It's really a lot of style, and you know, for better or for worse, right? Because, like you said, like we've been talking about this past like 20 minutes, it's super memorable, so that's great. But like on the other hand,
Did his tumor spot change?
yup,
How did...
welcome to the final phase. We're gonna have to switch places this time.
Better hurry. Oh my
I was
god.
hoping I'd end with Shadow, but
We have a game over, and we have, like, switches at the last phase. It doesn't get more clutch than this, everybody.
yeah, it's not gonna. I don't think I'm gonna beat it.
You can do it. You can do it.
The
Fucking
end of this fight
dodge
is the
laser
most
beams.
bullshit thing.
Hit the...
Because not only do you have to dodge these laser beam things, but you have to dodge.
You got it. You got it. Don't even fucking worry about
These
it.
fucking. It switched because I had to go under it.
Oops. Alright, now
So
you
not
can end
only
it as
do you have
Shadow.
to
Don't
dodge,
worry about it.
you not only have to dodge these laser things, but you have to dodge these like weird eggs or whatever, and then the tumor's hitbox is tiny as hell. Yeah, I'm at the switch now. It's fine.
They got time.
Everyone's waiting for us back on Earth.
Yeah, well.
Fucking, could you imagine the stress these poor little anthropomorphic hedgehogs are going through?
I mean, to be honest, who's waiting for Shadow back on TBH? Everybody you know is like dead. Like,
Yes!
there you go.
It's done!
That's what we call clutch, ladies and gentlemen, in the business.
That is what we call clutch. Oh!
Did you really think you had a chance?
Oh!
You think maybe
That's
if they
so
didn't
badass.
pose for the camera that Shadow wouldn't have died here? I'm just saying. I don't want to be that guy. Look at this. Look at this.
It's so dope. The moon just dies. I love it. The moon's gone.
Yeah, it's
They
out
just
here.
blow the moon up. Like, first it got half of it blown up, then the you know, space colony arc just crashes into it. It's gone. Yup, bye-bye moon. Not like that was important.
Not like we have a mechanic where the moon turns our main character into a werewolf in a later game.
Right?
A moon that factually does not exist.
That's dope.
And there he went.
Maria, this is what you wanted, right? This is my promise I made to you.
This fucked 8-year-old me up.
You think he
I
landed
was
on
not
City
okay.
Escapes concrete, going through the atmosphere, and just splatted on the ground?
Do they even... do they even talk about how Shadow's alive?
Yeah, like they find him in a research facility in Heroes.
Okay.
Somehow.
How'd he survive?
They don't really explain it to my knowledge.
I love this.
What?
It's just weird.
What do you... Oh, the girl
It just
from the
cuts
other
to, like-
cutscene, sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
It just like cuts to India. I don't understand.
Sonic is in fact halal, everybody. Hope you're happy.
Oh,
Where is
this
Shadow?
this bit's dope. Mans just comes in. Whoa. You
Do
see,
you really think
motherfucking
that the
Shadow
professor created
yeeted
him?
himself to death.
Shadow?
He went
carry
too
out the
sicko mode.
revenge on all those who
Let's
live here
compare.
on Earth?
He was
What's
what he
more
was.
iconic?
A
The
brave
end of
heroic
Avengers
hedgehog.
Endgame or the end of Sonic Adventure 2?
Shadow the
Endgame hadn't been out long enough to be compared to this.
I guess that's fair.
So that's my cop-out answer of the day on that one. I like this ending a lot, though. Just like these characters have gone through, in the span of 24 hours, a whole list of emotions and weird and crazy shit, and just lost somebody that they knew close to them. And then the end of the game is just like them talking. Which
For
is,
sure, it's great.
like, they should have done this way earlier, but like I just like the fact that they're just chilling and speaking.
Mm.
We all did it together.
Shut the fuck up.
Thank you, Tails. Those two would never be friends. I'm sorry. they would never talk to each other.
So what's next for you, Rouge? Off again to find those jewels you love so much?
Nah, I think I'm gonna give up this line of work. Too much work for too little pay. Anyway,
I'm gonna show up at Sonic Heroes and just, I don't know, fuck around for a while.
Yeah, it's kind of dope. Like you said, you go through a whole bunch of stuff.
You'll
And,
see.
like,
If you say so.
I think it's just people talking about what the fuck just happened.
The ultimate life
it's kind of dope.
What's the matter, Sonic?
Nothing, my friend died, but you know.
What's
the matter,
Come on, let's go home. To the planet as cool and blue as me.
Great line.
Sayonara, Shadow the Hedgehog.
That's all we needed. That's all we needed. Why did anything have to come after that line? Why?
Right? Sayonara, Shadow the Hedgehog.
That's it.
We didn't need anything else.
That's it. Right then and there.
So, fun fact, I think I told you this before, but I'm going to say it for everyone watching at home. In the Spanish version of the game, no, in the Japanese version of the game. Oh, wait, which one is? Okay, so in the American version, he says sayonara.
Yeah.
In the Japanese version of the game, he says adios, Shadow the Hedgehog. And in the Spanish version, he says goodbye, Shadow the Hedgehog.
Oh, that's neat.
So in every version of the game, there's a different language at the end of it for the final language. But yeah, that is a perfect ending for the character.
Absolutely.
That's something that like fucked me up too. Like not only his death, but just sayonara, Shadow the Hedgehog.
And that's like the last line of dialogue over here. Again.
And you can tell they were going through with him not coming back. Like Sonic Team didn't plan to bring Shadow back.
Makes the story a lot
This
better.
this credit scene's fucking tight too.
Also, I mean, Shadow the Hedgehog wouldn't have happened, and I would have been a lot better for that, I think, as a human being.
Oh, so that's Sonic Adventure 2, everyone.
Yeah.
What
Damn,
are
this
your-
seems
what are your
good.
final thoughts?
Oh, we're gonna do it now, not for that later bonus thing.
Oh, you want to do it then? Okay,
I think
let's
we
do
should
that
do
then.
it.
What's poppin'? We're back.
We're back
So this is where we're gonna give our final take.
on Green Hill Zone. I've never seen this before.
So this is actually, in my opinion, the prototype for what would be the boost formula where it switches between 2D and 3D.
Oh man.
Because this is actually a super dope, well-designed, like, this stage.
And they remix the theme and everything and have the classic enemies.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
So this stage is only accessible after you 100% the game.
Which we did not do. So
I remember the first time I played this was actually on the Steam version. I didn't download a 100% save file, but I instead downloaded Cheat Engine and was able to change the teleportation of one of the levels in the stage select screen to take me to Green Hill Zone instead.
So you did a more complicated version of this. But
Yeah, because I didn't know at that time that you could just install a save file and move on. So yeah,
this is so
it's
cool.
pretty dope.
I wish more games did
It's-
this, like every... Well, no, they kind of do now, actually. I shouldn't say that.
Yeah, now I'm tired of Green Hill Zone.
But like
right?
here,
this,
at the time, sure. Why not?
this was dope as hell to have Green Hill Zone back.
And then they kind
and to
of
have it
ran it
be-
into the ground.
To have it be a 100% exclusive, right?
Yeah,
Like, sure, it sucked, but like at the same time, it's fucking tight if you earn it. So it's I love it. Again, it plays just as poorly as some of the other, Sonic stages. It has the issue of it not being a straightforward path, so it's a little confusing. But otherwise, it plays really solid.
Wow. So
yeah, I just
cool.
want to show everyone this because it's pretty dope. There's the gold ring down there.
We didn't even get to it in the first playthrough, so I'm glad we got it for
Yeah.
this one. Yeah.
And now I can consider this game beat.
Congrats, we did it all. Except for the multiplayer stuff, but I'm not doing that, so. Bing!
Just made it.
Just made it.
Awesome. Sweet. So
Asshole.
that's it.
That is.
That's Sonic Adventure 2.
The only thing now we have to do is final thoughts, if you will, about the game as a whole. Is there anything we can look at in the background?
I'm checking for that right now. So go ahead and. So what are your final thoughts?
I'm gonna try to remember what I said in the original finale, but I think it went something along the lines of, I've never seen a more mixed game in my entire life, of where the high points are so high, but the low points are immeasurably low. There are certain moments in Sonic Adventure 2 where it feels like, man, not only have they mastered 3D Sonic, they've mastered 3D Sonic design, level design, different gameplay styles. Like, the story is really cool, it's cinematic, and has one of the best soundtracks ever. Like, there's certain points where I'm like, man, Sonic Adventure 2 is so cool, ahead of its time, and does an even better job of being a 3D Sonic game than, like, Heroes and Shadow does. But at certain points, particularly in, like, Mad Space, and a Bad Tails level, or Meteor Herd, where I'm like, man, why the fuck was this included? This is literally nothing but padding. And then the story also happens to get really stupid, too. To the point where I'm like, this is such a mixed product, it's hard to really recommend to anybody. As a whole. I definitely recommend certain stages, like City Escape, Middle Harbor, Radical Highway, some of the best 3D Sonic stages of all time. But then that also means, like, playing Meteor Herd and Mad Space, and I wouldn't put anybody through that. So...
Especially not Mad Space. Holy fuck.
That was just... I can't believe City Escape and Mad Space are in the same video game. I really can't. I refuse to believe that the same design team who did this also happened to do, like, Meteor Herd and Mad Space. But, like, aside from that sort of stuff as, like, a game of how mixed it can be, I think what I said earlier kind of sums it up best, too. This game is remembered a lot for its memorable moments. Whether they controlled well or played well is not really talked about so much. It's just how iconic this is and how this sort of reinvigorated Sonic as a whole, to where this dude would be, like, on top of popularity for, like, the next 10 years going because of this game, and one could argue only because of this game. No matter how bad 3D Sonic got, this game kind of kept everybody, like, waiting for the next big thing. And that's like no small feat. In the same way that Ocarina of Time and Mario 64 like reinvigorated their franchises, I would honestly put SA2 in that camp as well. I just wish it happened to be a better game to play. But like overall, it's mixed, but enjoyable. Enjoyable, I think is what I'll go with. Mixed but enjoyable.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say something similar. So I said earlier, you know, if you want to get the most out of this game, buy it for like $10 and get a 100% save file. And I think that's how I'm going to continue suggesting it. Because I can't... There's just parts of this game that I can't recommend playing unless you absolutely have a thing about, like playing through games organically.
Right.
If that's something you have to do for yourself, then do it. And if you're nostalgic through the game, it's worth it to go back through it, because it's still fun. But, like, there's parts of this game that we've gone through in the past, like, 2 hours that just make me want to never play it again.
Right.
It's like you said, the highs are so incredibly high and the lows are just so incredibly low to the point where this game is borderline awful at times.
Yes!
So I agree. It's flawed, heavily flawed and mixed, but super enjoyable all the same.
And like super instrumental to every Sonic game afterward.
Definitely,
For sure.
definitely. And you can see why it's so influential.
Piece of cake.
I for one like have a greater understanding of like 3D Sonic, but also like why Shadow exists, why Sonic Heroes exist, why the series continues to do ideas. It's just like, good lord, when it got it right, it got it right. And this is I think one of those examples of it getting it
For
right.
sure.
Metal Harbor and like Radical Highway are some stages that I'm never gonna forget of like how really well designed they are. It just sucks that I also have to play Mad Space, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Remission Street.
Remission Street. God fucking.
So that's it. Eden and I finally finished our our first Let's Play together.
We did it.
For the second time.
For the second time. We beat it again. Double beat it. But the gameplay was better. I'm glad we did this re-recording.
Oh, definitely. This is a lot better.
And I think our conversation was better too, so. Hey, what do we do? If you like it, though, like it, subscribe. And what game will we be playing next? Well, we already kind of know. I don't want to spoil it. But look forward to that relatively soon once this is all out. So
it's going to be pretty tight.
I think so.
Sonic
I've been Aden.
I've been Jay.
And that's been the series. Peace.
See y'all later.
Bye.